What if I told you that one of the crypto world's most well-known figures believes that there's a secret conspiracy determining which blockchains get to shape the future of stablecoins? Sounds a bit like a crypto thriller, right? Well, buckle up because in today's episode, we have it all: the dramatic allegations, the big name blockchains, and a controversial stablecoin project that's turning heads across the entire market. Imagine a state in the US so pro-crypto it wants its very own stablecoin. And then imagine your favorite blockchain project missing out on that golden opportunity. That's what's at stake here. So, what exactly is the Wyoming Stablecoin Project or Stable Token Project? Wyoming has gained a reputation as one of the most crypto-friendly states in the US, pioneering laws and regulations that encourage blockchain innovation. The WST project is part of that forward-thinking approach. Essentially, it aims to create a dollar-pegged stablecoin fully backed and endorsed by the state. The idea is to provide a stable, reliable, and compliant digital asset, sort of like a state-sponsored version of a stablecoin that we're already familiar with, such as USDC or Tether, right? Now, with any major stablecoin initiative, there's a big question. Which blockchain will power it? Different blockchains bring unique advantages: scalability, liquidity, interoperability, and, well, security. If your chain of choice gets selected, it can mean huge liquidity boosts and a kind of massive credibility spike. For the lucky blockchain chosen, this could open the floodgates to new partnerships, listings, and market penetration overall, right? In other words, it's a big deal. However, the Wyoming selection process has turned into a bit of a heated battlefield. According to Charles Hoskinson, the founder of Cardano, the project's selection criteria wasn't transparent or fair. Cardano, which often touts itself as a more secure, peer-reviewed blockchain, failed to make the cut. But Cardano wasn't the only one left out. Bitcoin and XRP also didn't appear on the final shortlist. Here's where things get interesting. Wyoming's original pitch was that the stablecoin would be a multi-chain initiative, potentially tapping into various networks. That would, theoretically allow for broader reach and more robust liquidity. But if Hoskinson is to be believed, something changed along the way. Instead of a wide open competition where the best technology and community support would win, it seems we got a closed-door process heavily influenced by insiders. The final shortlist, as kind of revealed by documents shared by Evan Cheng, the co-founder of 𝗲𝗏 Labs, included big names like Ethereum and its layer 2 chains such as Optimism, Base, and Polygon, as well as other blockchains like Solana, Avalanche, Sui, and Stellar. Noticeably missing, though, is Cardano, XRP's ledger, and surprisingly, Bitcoin. The stakes are huge here. Whichever blockchains are chosen stand to gain not only liquidity, but also long-term legitimacy. As Wyoming attempts to break new ground with a state-backed stablecoin, the blockchains that form its backbone will likely be viewed as reliable, institutionally friendly networks, essentially. So what exactly were Cardano, XRP, or why exactly were Cardano, XRP, and Bitcoin left out? Let's dig a little deeper into Hoskinson's perspective and the ripple effect he believes this decision has on, well, XRP. Think your favorite altcoin just kind of dodged a bullet by staying out of the fray? According to Hoskinson, missing out might mean missing millions, maybe billions, in liquidity. Now, Charles Hoskinson has never been one to shy away from controversy. As the founder of Cardano and a key figure in the crypto space, he often speaks people listen, right? Well, at least when he speaks, people listen. Recently, he has made it clear that he believes XRP was a huge loser in this entire saga. Why XRP? Well, after all, Ripple, the company closely associated with XRP, recently gained approval from the New York State Department of Financial Services, NYDFS, to launch its RLUSD stablecoin. One could argue that XRP holders shouldn't be too concerned since Ripple seems to be making regulatory headway elsewhere, but Hoskinson disagrees. In fact, he argues that Ripple's tech had Ripple's tech been integrated into the Wyoming project, it would have showcased RLUSD's capabilities on a massive scale. Hoskinson's logic is this, right? If Wyoming had selected the XRP ledger, the 𝗕𝗓𝗪, as one of the blockchains for the WST, it would have meant a significant boost in liquidity. Wyoming could have issued millions of dollars in tokens directly over RLUSD rails. Think about the implications. Exchanges, financial institutions seeing a state-backed stablecoin running on XRPL might have been convinced to, well, list it, tap into it, and ultimately drive more liquidity and trading volume into XRP markets. Instead, by excluding XRP or XRPL, the WST Commission missed an opportunity to leverage Ripple's infrastructure, and XRP holders missed out on the potentially game-changing liquidity event. Now, you might be thinking, is Hoskinson just trying to bring as many people as possible to his side of the debate? After all, Cardano also lost out. He's been openly critical of the entire process, claiming that the selection was biased, opaque, and orchestrated by insiders from let's say Circle and other players in the crypto space, right? Consensus is another name that's being dropped as well. According to Hoskinson, it's not just Cardano and XRP that kind of got snubbed. Even Bitcoin didn't make the cut. He frames this as evidence of a bigger conspiracy. But let's entertain Hoskinson's point for a moment here. If the WST had been a true open competition, wouldn't Ripple's infrastructure have been at least considered? By enabling RLUSD on a grand scale, you could argue that Wyoming would have benefited from a proven track record of efficient cross-border payments, given XRP's history in remittances. Instead, Stellar, another remittance-focused blockchain, made the shortlist, while XRP did not. And let's be honest, from a pure market perspective, XRP dwarfs Stellar in market capitalization and daily trading volume. If volume and liquidity are key metrics, why pick Stellar over XRPL? Hoskinson's frustration is understandable. If you believe in a fair and open selection process, seeing a less liquid competitor chosen over a more liquid option like XRP raises eyebrows. It suggests that the selection criteria were not purely based around technical merit, market size, or scalability. Instead, perhaps they were influenced by relationships, previous affiliations, or strategic business interests. This kind of is very interesting, right? And the controversy here is not just about Cardano's loss. It's about the entire promise of a state-sponsored stablecoin initiative. Why choose certain projects behind closed doors? The alleged absence of prototypes, demos, or transparent scoring criteria makes it feel less like a fair evaluation and more like a decision taken behind the scenes. In the next section, we'll dive deeper into what Hoskinson calls a conspiracy theory, the notion that Consensus, Circle, and BlackRock might have had a hand in steering this process. But before we move on, I want to ask you, do you think about the latest XRP? What do you think about the latest XRP controversy? Have you invested in XRP? Or do you think Wyoming made the right call? Let me know in the comments below. Okay, what do you get when you combine Ethereum's top developers, a leading stablecoin issuer, and one of the world's largest asset managers? According to Hoskinson, it's a recipe for a blockchain favoritism. The next part sounds straight out of a crypto spy novel, right? Hoskinson has pointed fingers at a kind of supposed collusion between three major players: Consensus, a key Ethereum developer; Circle, a key of the issuer behind, I guess, USDC stablecoin; and BlackRock, the asset manager titan that is often in the headlines for its Bitcoin ETF ambitions and other crypto-related interests. Why these three? Here's the reasoning. Consensus, deeply ingrained in the Ethereum ecosystem, consensus has played a crucial role in advancing Ethereum-based solutions. If WST becomes heavily focused on Ethereum and its layer 2 networks, that's good news for the Ethereum ecosystem. More adoption means more credibility, more liquidity, and more developer interest. It also means consensus, with its wealth of Ethereum-based tools and services, stands to gain significantly, right, and substantially. Circle. As the issuer of USDC, Circle wants to dominate the stablecoin market. If Wyoming picks a blockchain environment favorable to Circle's ecosystem, USDC and USDC-like variations could flourish. According to Hoskinson, Ripple's RLUSD alternative wasn't given a fair shake, possibly to prevent it from challenging Circle's dominance. Then you've got BlackRock. While BlackRock's role might seem less direct, their interest in crypto markets is well known. They have partnered with Circle in the past, and many speculate that their involvement, and involvement is a good word, can kind of shape the direction of institutional crypto adoption. A stablecoin initiative that leans heavily towards Ethereum and Circle's networks could align neatly with BlackRock's long-term interest and investments. Now, Hoskinson's claim: the selection committee for the WST project included individuals with direct ties to Consensus and Circle. Instead of running an open, transparent process where multiple blockchains could showcase their capabilities, these insiders allegedly opted for a closed-door evaluation. They supposedly never allowed Cardano, XRP, or Bitcoin to present prototypes or proof of concepts that could show how they could handle the project needs. It's worth noting that stablecoin giants like Circle wield enormous influence. By limiting the playing field to ecosystems they already dominate or have strong connections with, they can maintain a competitive edge. If a rival solution like RLUSD or Cardano-based stablecoin could never get a chance to kind of shine, right? Circle's position at the top remains secure. Conspiracy or not, it raises an important question about decentralization and fairness in the crypto ecosystem. If the promise of blockchain is to reduce corruption, bias, and centralized control, yet here we are discussing the possibility that powerful incumbents might be shaping the future of stablecoins through backroom deals. So, is Hoskinson right? It's hard to say for certain without inside information, right? However, the concerns he raises deserve attention at least. The implications go beyond Cardano and XRP. If a small group of insiders can steer state-backed projects to favor certain chains, what does that mean for the ideal, or at least for the ideal of a truly open and permissionless financial system? Before we jump to conclusions, let's consider the other side of the argument, right? Maybe these blockchains were chosen because they genuinely offer better infrastructure for the WST's goals. Maybe Circle's involvement is just a coincidence, and Ethereum was simply the strongest candidate. But given the massive liquidity and reputation at stake here, skepticism is undeniable, and I don't believe in coincidences. Do you? Let me know. In a stablecoin showdown, would you bet on Circle's well-established USDC rails or a newcomer like Ripple's RLUSD? The answer might define the next era of crypto liquidity. Ripple's RLUSD stablecoin offers a direct challenger to the stablecoin incumbents like Circle's USDC. Other stablecoins as well, like USDC, we can't ignore that, but both kind of claim robust compliance, speed, and scalability, but the Wyoming saga indicates that only one got the nod from the powers that be, right? If the WST project had integrated RLUSD, it could have leveraged Ripple's already proven cross-border payment expertise. This would mean more liquidity for XRP and a direct dominance of RLUSD prowess. Now, by missing this opportunity, Ripple and XRP lose a potential stream of institutional liquidity. Liquidity matters because it can boost trading volume, strengthen spreads, or tighten spreads, I should say, and improve overall market health. For XRP, showcasing RLUSD rails in a high-profile state-backed project could have accelerated institutional acceptance. For Circle and Ethereum-focused solutions, every new integration solidifies their market position. More integrations mean more trust, and more trust means more market share. USDC is already seen as one of the most reputable stablecoins, partly thanks to a strong regulatory oversight and major partnerships. Add Wyoming's stamp of approval, albeit indirectly, and it's another feather in kind of Circle's cap, essentially. Think about it from a broader cryptocurrency market update perspective. Stablecoins wars are heating up. We've got Tether and USDC at the top, but new contenders are always emerging. In an increasingly competitive environment, scoring a deal with a pioneering state like Wyoming can tip the scales. That's why Hoskinson's accusations hit so hard. If Wyoming's decision-making process was indeed swayed by insiders, it could shape the stablecoin landscape for years to come, determining winners and losers, not by merit, but by connections. Now, what does this mean for everyday crypto enthusiasts like you and I? Well, if you hold XRP, you might see slower adoption of RLUSD. If you're bullish on Ethereum, maybe you're pleased. But if you care about fairness and open competition, you should be asking tough questions. After all, stablecoins underpin a huge chunk of the crypto trading and DeFi activities. If their development and integration are guided more by favoritism than by tech merit, that has implications for everyone. If a single state stablecoin pick can influence an entire crypto market, what does that say about the future of decentralization? The Wyoming stablecoin saga isn't just a juicy piece of crypto gossip. It's a cautionary tale about power dynamics in the blockchain industry. For years, the promise of crypto has been to kind of democratize finance, reduce middleman, and create a level playing field. Yet, the events that we've discussed today suggest that influence from insider connections still matter a lot. If Hoskinson's allegations are true, then despite all the talk and trustlessness around technology and transparent systems, human decision makers can still tilt the playing field. This scenario reminds us that regulation and institutional involvement, while often beneficial for mainstream adoption, can also introduce old world politics into the new digital economy. For a market update perspective, or at least from a market update perspective, the immediate takeaway is that stablecoin adoption and liquidity are not just about who has the best technology. It's now also about who can secure the best partnerships, regulatory blessings, and influential kind of endorsements. If one ecosystem like Ethereum and its close allies keep securing these wins, well, it could consolidate even more liquidity and influence, making it even harder for rivals like Cardano and XRP to break through. On the other hand, there's a possibility that increased scrutiny will force more transparency. If crypto communities rally around these issues, demanding open evaluation criteria and fair opportunities of networks, we might see better processes in the future. Public pressure and media attention might encourage Wyoming and other states that are looking to kind of follow in its kind of footsteps to kind of adopt more open and verifiable stablecoin methods. And, there's other things that can be done as well from the crypto community. Maybe avoiding USDC for a period of time might show that actually the community have the power, not a single entity. There's lots of ways that this could unfold. But what's next? We'll have to watch how Wyoming responds. If, after all, to these kind of allegations, we should keep an eye on other jurisdictions. Will other states or countries launch their own stablecoins? If so, will they learn from Wyoming's controversy and opt for a more public, prototype-driven selection process? In a market as fast-moving as complex as crypto, staying informed is your best weapon. Don't just follow price charts. Keep an eye on the deals, the partnerships, the politics and policies that are shaping the future. If you found this analysis helpful, please hit that like button for me, guys. I really do appreciate that. It helps the channel out massively, helps us grow, helps us reach new audiences. And if you are new here, why not consider subscribing? If you haven't done so already, guys, check out that video right there. It's one you probably don't want to miss.